us the opportunity to serve you. It was a real pleasure. The four of us would like to thank you for the opportunity to serve you. It was a real pleasure. It also took a village to pull this off. And I would be remiss if I did not mention all the people that contributed. You know, we toured the back lot. This is almost like a list of credits for a movie. Noel Haskell's. I mean, he did the work of Hercules in terms of arranging so many things, particularly taking care of all the registrations, all the fine detail requests, absolutely fabulous. John Beeching, our president, for supporting us with unwavering support to pull this off. John Lazenby, who is one of my fine friends, to the point where he can tell me I'm wearing pajamas and I'll still love him, and thank you. Brian Frank, for the diligence and oversight to navigate the contracts and making sure that we do this right and don't put the club in jeopardy. Gloria Moon, for all of her financial savvy and arrangements and permissive behavior for us to do what we did with buses, et cetera, et cetera. Pete Fitch for reviewing contracts. Mark Oberman for being a positive director on our behalf. Bob Merritt for promoting it on the list server, et cetera, et cetera. Tony Rinaldi for all of his graphic designs. He designed your name tags, he designed the dashboard plaques, he designed the award stuff, he procured the award plaques, he procured the clocks. Unfortunately, for some reasons beyond his control, he couldn't be here. Carlton Schroeder for promoting this meet. Then, locally, for people running the People's Choice at the last minute because the People's Choice person couldn't make it. Dawn Hyde stepping up and taking charge. Kaya and Dave Mason, Dave DeMere, Sandy DeMere, and Vicky Jasinski. Perfect. My beloved wife for stepping up and being a firm soul that sometimes I'm not, to make sure everything went down the track appropriately. And I respect that. I respected it when I first married her. So this hotel, if this is a section of what California is, well, California has a bright future because the hospitality has just been fabulous. And I need to recognize Shalom Simon. She was the person that I called for the first time after 28 hotels. Oh, and Marna's the one that found this hotel. And when I described what she wanted to say, oh, my husband's a Mopar fan. And that's all she wrote. And this all came about. Antonio and the staff here were fabulous. He got all the AV stuff, he got all the room set up. You know, it was no problemo, and it was fabulous. Of course, Per is probably the #1 employee at Jay Leno's Garage. He's a member of our club, so he is #1 employee, and just fabulous for the effort he made to bring his D here and to help promote things, and Jay Leno himself and the rest of the staff to pull that off for us. So it takes a village, it takes a family, and we are a 300 family, and this was case in point. We probably had one of the largest and best meets in the history of our club for 52 years. And we were just your servants to pull it off. And Bob's got a few things to say.
I just want to say that one of the greatest things in life is to follow your passion. And we like cars here, and I know I like them. My whole life I have. And when I found my G, I was only 24 years old, and I had $2,000 to my name and paid $650 for it and towed it home, and my wife didn't complain at all. I said, someday this car is going to be recognized for the rarity that it is and the beauty that it is. And I had no idea at the time that it would lead to meeting all you great folks and certainly people like Per and his boss Jay. And I also want to thank Per and Jay and everyone that works there, and Jay's sheer generosity. He didn't have to do what he did to meet us at the bus, both groups that day. He has a very busy schedule, And he didn't charge us 10 cents for the enjoyment that he's provided for us in generosity of his time and sharing his collection. And I really appreciate that. And I'm sure most of you do as well. And it's a memory that isn't going to fade soon, and we'll all have it with us as we move forward. So Per, again, share our appreciation with Jay. Very much appreciated. Thank you.
Thank you.